Hello there, my name's Eric Tolman. I'm just reporting back from a 12-day trip to Uganda, where I have been putting the finishing touches to a mission house that I fundraised for the whole year, and we've just come back having finished painting it and had the first guests in the house last week.
Tell us about how you got involved with this campaign in the first place, Eric.
Yeah, well, we used to host the Pearl of Africa Choir. I used to come to Morpeth every year for about 10 years in a row. We hosted a couple of kids from the choir while they were here before they travelled on to their next destination, and that's how I got involved with the actual charity and the kids themselves from the schools.
So when did you first become aware of the need for this centre?
I mean, there's always been a need, and I've seen that through all the connection with the choir and seen every year they come and you see the videos, you hear the stories, but I eventually got to go 2 years ago, 2023, to see for myself what exactly needed, what could be done to help basically, other than just helping with the choir. So we went 2 years ago, and that's when we realised that one of the schools was so in need of help, but they had nowhere to stay for visitors or volunteers, so that was the plan of coming up with the build of a mission house.
So the mission house will be actually used by people who are working there and helping support.
Yeah. Like I say, we've had the first 16 guests. It literally opened it last week when we were there, finished painting it. All the beds were in, the bathrooms, bathrooms all finished for 16 guests to stay. And whilst there, we all looked in and got it painted and got it looking pretty much finished. Yeah.
And where do these volunteers come from? Are they from all over the world, or?
Pretty much this country. There is one lady who originates from Morpeth but actually lives in France now, and she came, which was part of the 6 from Morpeth. There was another group of 10 from a place called Ormskirk down south, who I met 2 years ago on my first visit. So yeah, we all helped with all the works.
And what about the appeal? When did you launch that, and what was your initial target?
So I originated exactly 1 year ago, end of January last year. I started with the fundraising, having getting costs and rough estimates of what the build was going to be. We knew it was going to be at least 12 bedrooms, so the cost was about £25,000. So that was the total we had to raise. And with various events, a fundraising ball, I walked across the coast, Hadrian's Wall path. I did a Great North Run, various things. We managed to get the 25,000 within 9 months. So by September, the build had started.
Yeah, you must have been delighted to get that level of support.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, I still feel humbled with the amount of support we had. Unbelievable. I mean, obviously friends, family, but people who I'd never met before. They were just friends of friends, and they thought it was such a good cause. I think, if I'm honest, I've probably put my wife Sharon up there with the most supportive one, because to put up with my crazy ideas about what I'm going to do thousands of miles away, and all the other things that we had to do to get the money was amazing. She pretty much helped with everything. And another lady, Leonie Bell, who lives in Morpeth, she's been connected to the choir almost as long as me, maybe just a couple of years after, so she got me introduced to going out there. She's been helping unbelievable this year, so really pleased, especially the support and the money that everybody helped raise, really.
And what about the people out there themselves? What was the reaction when you told them you're going to do this?
Yeah, initially they were like, "Oh, really?" Because they'd never had any help other than a few people turning up for an hour to do this and that. But to have such a big help to transform the school, basically, they were overwhelmed. Couldn't believe it. I mean, they're lovely people anyway. But the fact that somebody in England was going to raise this money and help in such a way that it hopefully will last for years to come, because people will visit this place year on, year out.
Now you've raised all that money, but I would imagine that your work's not finished.
No, there'll always be more to do. There's a few things that still need finishing in the actual house. I mean, we've got a potential of 36 visitors coming in July from 2 schools in Devon. So we need an extra 5 bathrooms. We need some more beds, but to have 36 people stay would be unbelievable, and that's my target now.
And what are your hopes for the future of the centre?
I think just that it becomes something that is continuously used and not just standing empty for the 12 months until the next group go in February next year. And I think it will be. I mean, already I've agreed to let the the Pearl of Africa Choir are actually going to practice in there every night, because that's the school they're based at. They've been practicing outside, keeping all their drums and stuff in the dormitories, which isn't great. So now they've got a big open space that when nobody's there, they can use it. I've got a group from Rothbury who are hoping to fundraise and actually go out and do some work next February. So yeah, things are looking good, and that's the plan, that it is used and not just stood still.
And what about the choir itself? I know they've been unable to come here recently.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they couldn't come in September. It was down to visas, basically. But they're definitely looking to come this September. It's all in plan. They've started applying for everything a lot earlier this year, so there's no setbacks. And obviously, I met them all there. They performed for us. They welcomed us. They performed as we were leaving. It was just amazing. The support we've had. I mean, you know, they've always said like how great a person I am for doing something like this, but I think the way I look at it is I was just given the opportunity to do a great thing, and everybody else basically supported me. I was just the name at the beginning.
Can you tell us just a little bit about what's happening with Jovan, who helped inspire all this project?
Yes, he was my inspiration for the mission house. So I met up with him again, and I also met up with Paul, who is one of the heads of the charity Pearl of Africa. So he said that there is a possibility that a school would take him on, a school for special needs children. Obviously it will cost an X amount. We haven't gone into details yet, but it's a 5-year plan to get him back on track speaking and hopefully mixing better with kids. So that's my next fundraiser. I'm going to try and get Jovan to school.